Hello everybody, my name's Alan and you're watching Guns, Gear, and Outdoors Alaska. Right now we're driving up the Dalton Highway doing a little haul road hunting. We're going for caribou with a bow, so that should be pretty interesting. We got a lot of driving left ahead of us. We're going to go a few more 100 miles north, get up north of the tree line and see if we can get in some caribou. Let's get to it. We made it to the Yukon River. We're just gonna top off the tank here and keep heading north. It's only $7.50 a gallon here. That's better than I thought it would be. We got a little bit distracted here. There's some sheep up on that mountain. We're just south of Coldfoot now, but I guess we better keep on moving and get after some caribou. Sheep's closed right now in this unit, and it would take more time than we have to get to those anyway, so we better keep moving. Okay, day 2. We camped here at Galbraith Lake. Got some intel from some nice guys that the caribou are still quite a bit of ways north, so we're gonna break camp and start heading that way. But as you can see, it's pretty foggy right now, so we need the sun to come out a little bit and burn off a lot of this fog before we'll be able to glass for them. Hey guys, we were just driving along the road here on the north slope. We got a little herd of musk oxen out there. Got a big bull, a few cows, and some calves. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, hunting for them's closed in this unit right now, so we're gonna have to keep going and look for some caribou. We're just starting to see some caribou now. There's 7 or 8 about a mile out, but that's pretty flat, wet ground. We don't have a good way to make an approach. I think we're gonna keep going a little bit further, see if we can find a little bit bigger herd that might have a good legal bull in it. I'm not seeing any here, but that's a good sign. We're getting into caribou. Got some caribou, but they look like cows. Pull over and peek with the binoculars. Hey, he's pretty small too. That's a small bull. Let's keep going. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty flat out here. We got a group of 6 up there, and we got 2 more down here that we're not sure if they're bull or cow. There's caribou all over this area, but we gotta get in a little further to where there's some topography. Use those little tufts and stuff. See if we can identify them, find a bull, and hopefully put a stalk on them. Get up to that bush. We're within about 120 yards of these 2. We're gonna make sure they're cows before we move on to some other ones. I can't tell from here whether that one on the far right is a bull or not. I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer. But you can't tell just by the antlers whether it's a bull or a cow, because the cows carry antlers too, especially at that medium size range. So you have to see the penis sheath on the bull or a nut sack, or else you ain't gonna tell the difference. So we gotta get a little bit closer for that. So this bush right here is the only piece of cover between us. We're gonna have to approach at some weird angles, make sure they don't get our wind. Just cross our fingers and hope they don't spook. So let's do it. Yeah, these are 2 young bulls, but they're getting nervous. We're gonna have to approach from a different way. And if we end up spooking them, that's all right. We've seen quite a few in there, but we got a ridge a ways down that'll give us a better advantage with the wind to come up at them from the south. So yeah, both are bulls, I think. We gotta figure out how to get close to them though. It's dead flat. I think I'm gonna start crawling. Took off my rain pants. We're going into stealth mode now. Final stop. Hopefully. We've had a really hard time getting close to them. there's caribou all around us. We can see them, but getting with closer than a couple 100 yards has not worked out for us yet.
In fact, we have cover that's only about ankle high. Doesn't help us a whole lot.
No. And their caribou aren't very wary, but they're not
Stupid.
Dumb enough to let us just walk right up to them. So we're gonna try an approach along this lake a little bit more and get to those bushes and then the caribou on the other side of them.
Walk around, don't go in the water. Alright?
I decided to knock an arrow as we were walking up on this little knob of bushes and stuff because I knew there were caribou on the other side and I wanted to be ready just in case they were in bow range, but we didn't get that lucky. It seemed to be the theme of this landscape that this little tuft of pretty short bushes was the only piece of cover around for about a mile.
So we got a group of cows over there and a group of bulls right here, but the bulls I don't think are gonna come into bow range. We were hoping they'd sneak between us and this cover and this pond, but I don't think that's gonna work out. Maybe you can see them off there in the distance milling around. But one nice one, we're gonna sit on this knob for a while and maybe one will come by. This bow hunting is tough in this open country with no cover.
Once we were sure that that group of bulls wasn't going to pass by within bow range, I decided to try something pretty drastic. You can see I got a white flag and I'm waving it. I'm holding my bow up to try to look like antlers, trying to fool the caribou into thinking that I'm another caribou. I heard this trick with the white flag from an old timer who said that it worked. And it seemed like the old bulls weren't having any of it, but you can see it isn't totally ineffective. These two younger ones at least seem to be interested. This surprised me a little bit. You can see them now kind of walking towards me, but yeah, different stuff. Gotta be creative when you're hunting in this open country, and doing it with a bow is pretty tough.
So how'd that work out?
Well, it didn't work out great, but it kind of worked a little better than I thought. The younger, stupider ones were a lot more receptive to it, and I got within about 50 or 60 yards.
Yeah, those were bulls. They came over right by the edge of the pond here, and I saw them.
Yeah, I saw that they were bulls too,
bulls.
but I didn't. They were pretty small, and that was 60 yards is still a little too far. But you could definitely get them within rifle range by doing that, but I don't know if it's gonna work with the bow.
It was a pretty good comedy show.
Yeah, I'm sure it was funny for you guys. But yeah, that was fun. I guess we'll have to figure something else out. Alright guys, we got a little bit of a problem. We thought we were gonna be able to get fuel in Dead Horse north of here, but the fuel thing's out of service there right now. We were planning on hunting another extra day. We're pretty short time on hunting as it is, only having the Labor Day weekend. But we got 10 more gallons in to put in here. And I got about a quarter tank right now to get us all the way to Coldfoot. So we're really pushing it on gas. So I think we're gonna call it quits with the hunting for now. And hopefully we can make it to Coldfoot. Either way, it was fun. Still got caribou hunting to do this year, so it won't be the last you see of it. Everybody, got some good news. We made it to Coldfoot without running out of gas, and we're on our way back now. Just wanted to say thanks for watching. This was a beautiful road trip, and we got to get some action with the caribou hunting. Sorry we couldn't get one to show you guys. I think lessons learned from this. I really underestimated how difficult it would be to get within bow range of those caribou. You think they're kind of a dumb animal and they'll let you walk right up to them, but it's not the case. Got within rifle range plenty of times, but getting one with a bow in that open country with no cover is hard. I think if you want to do it successfully, you'd have to take a lot more time than we did. We were just doing the long weekend, but you spend a week or two up there, try to predict where they're going to be and set up an ambush for them. It's probably the best way to get them with a bow, or hike off 5 miles out of the corridor where you can use a rifle and set up camp. But yeah, it was interesting drive, fun road trip. I highly recommend you guys do it if you get the chance. You get to see a lot of interesting landscape and stuff. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.
Window down.
Mighty porcupine. Oh, there he goes. He's waddling away. We could have stopped and got him for dinner, but I think we'll let him go. He's pretty cute.